Belarus. 2008 Olympic medalist on 10-day hunger strike, sells medal, in protest of jailing of 100s for political views.
Here's a summary of the article.
Decathlete Andrei Krashenko says that seeing hundreds of people detained for their political views in his native Belarus has been as painful as competing with a torn Achilles tendon. To support those behind bars and aid their families, the 2008 Olympic silver medalist has started a 10-day hunger strike and is auctioning his gold medal from the 2011 European Indoor Championships. Krashenko was briefly jailed last November and dismissed from the national team after signing an open letter demanding new elections. "I had some kind of internal urge to do this because the repression isn't subsiding," Krashenko, 35, told Reuters, days after starting his hunger strike this week. Krashenko, who said he had lost 6 kilograms in the first 3 days of his hunger strike, won the heptathlon gold medal at the 2011 European Indoor Championships despite acute pain from his torn Achilles. "I'm free now, but I hurt for the people who are in prison," Krashenko said. Krashenko, who contracted COVID-19 and missed his daughter's first birthday while in jail, had been attempting to make an Olympic comeback but lingering injuries dashed his hopes.
This post received a score of 3,100, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
"This is a man who loves his country."
Or a man with some humanity. It just make him even hotter lol.
When Lukashenko falls, it will take more than a few thousand Russian troops to quell the public distaste for Putin's regime.
If there were actions that Ukraine, Belarus, Moldova, and Georgia could take simultaneously, with the help Western powers, it might put the Russian government in a bind. Perhaps a coordinated investigation that could uncover the money laundering activities of the oligarchs, NATO peacekeeping missions on the shared borders, and an embargo of Russian products and services.
Putin threatened the US with severe consequences, and the US moved off. Then the UK went for it instead. And Russia backed off Ukraine. I think their play is to try to peel off some of those NATO members from joining in, which would de facto remove them from NATO. With the ultimate goal being to break up NATO, bit by bit. What happens if the UK calls Article 5? Then the US herds all the NATO cats together to defend the UK. And Putin doesn't get an anti-US propaganda win.
I don't think they ever wanted to occupy Ukraine. I think they just wanted Crimea for obvious reasons.
Ukraine has cut off water supply to Crimea by closing a canal from a major river, and there has been a huge increase in population in Crimea since Russia invaded, and rain has been low due to climate change. Reservoirs are low. This will come to a head at some point.
Reddit dumped the Belarus protests real fast.
Before dumping these news, there were discussions on Reddit last year when people said that peaceful protests didn't work. Turned out this was true. The president just declared that the protests weren't peaceful and the protests wanted to overthrow the government. No matter what arguments and proofs you provide to the dictator, he will simply reply that the protests weren't peaceful and throw you into a jail. What's this supposed to mean?
He is sacrificing his career to support the protests.
This dude's a badass. Respect for standing up and risking his health and the potential backlash. Came across this tidbit in the article. Krashenko, who said he had lost 6 kilograms, 13 pounds, in the first 3 days of his hunger strike, won the heptathlon gold medal at the 2011 European Indoor Championships despite acute pain from his torn Achilles. What? Guy won a torn Achilles. Dude is a confirmed badass.
What a legend.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.